Hi, I'm Andiani Salsa, and today I'm going to talk about tolerance and compassion. Tolerance and compassion are two things that are familiar to us as social humans. Both are two different things but are related to one another. And our first discussion is tolerance. In the Cambridge Dictionary, tolerance means the willingness to accept behavior and beliefs that are different from your own, although you might not agree with or approve of them. Meanwhile, Oxford Language explained that tolerance is the ability or willingness to tolerate something. In particular, the existence of opinions or behavior that one does not necessarily agree with. In conclusion, tolerance is the attitude of accepting and giving up something, even though it is different from what we think and what we want. Based on the scope, tolerance can be divisible into five. And the first is tolerance of thought. Tolerance of thought is a way for someone to accept the ideas they have that are different, even contrary to what someone believes. It is the same as what has been done by significant figures in the era of Indonesian independence. At that time, the independence leader had their thoughts and they are not ashamed to say what they think. However, they all accept everyone's thoughts and did not judge each other. Finally, they decided to put their thoughts together and come up with the best solution. It is a clear example of tolerance of thought. The second is racial tolerance. Racial tolerance is about how people harmoniously interact with people of different racial backgrounds. Problems regarding racial differences still often occur, such as insulting certain races and even hating a race that race always does mean things. And it still happens in Indonesia. Even the exclusion of racial minority who live in the majority environment can still occur, not only in Indonesia but also in the world. Like what happened on May 25 last year. A threatening incident occurred between a black man named George Floyd and a white policeman. The police received a report from a store cashier who suspected that the money given by Floyd was counterfeit. Finally, the police arrived and immediately arrested Floyd. According to the police testimony, Floyd refused when he was arrested to the police had to be detained by force. The policeman finally put his knee in the area of Floyd's neck and head. For nearly 9 minutes, Floyd tried to tell the police that he couldn't breathe. However, the police ignored this, and eventually Floyd died. This incident is clear evidence of the impotence or nationality between white race and the black race. Next is religious tolerance. Religious tolerance is related to respecting and accepting various beliefs that are different from the teachings of one's religion. All religions always teach goodness, and religious people will behave as much as possible according to the teachings of their religions. Some things can destroy religious tolerance, such as a decreased family character that will turn a person into an individualistic and selfish. Apart from that, religious fanaticism can also break religious tolerance. If we are overly religious, we can become people who do not respect difference and close ourselves to other truths. things that can be done to stay away from these bad things are to strengthen our faith and increase our devotion by practicing religions properly, so that it has a positive impact on ourselves and others. The fourth is social tolerance. Social tolerance is an attitude and action that respect the diversity of backgrounds, views, and beliefs among people in the social environment. Social tolerance is crucial and must be applied because it makes life more harmonious and peaceful, and can increase a sense of brotherhood. Some of the attitudes that must be taken to create other social tolerance: conduct that harmonic interaction, instill an attitude of brotherhood, instill a caring attitude, and attitude of love within. All of these things can be done starting from the family environment and the school environment. If we are accustomed to doing these four things, social tolerance may occur in our life. And the last is sexual tolerance. Sexual tolerance is related to respect between people of the opposite sex. It is common in the workplace as women's wages are lower than men's, even if they do the same job and have the same abilities. However, some states that tolerance is more about tolerating humans of any sexual orientation. How does a person accept sexual diversity? Based on the fact that everyone has the power of decide their sexual preference and how they have their own identity. Today, many people openly say that they are LGBT. I personally don't support LGBT because, in my opinion, it is against the belief of all religions. The existence of sexual tolerance makes us more respectful of their choice, as long as they don't do illegal things such as pimping or pornography, or even worse, instigate young children to follow what they do. Everyone must implement sexual or tolerance because they are also human beings who have human rights. Different opinion and beliefs, there is nothing wrong. However, we must also respect any belief as long as they do not do harmful things to the surrounding and threaten the peace of the country. As I said at the beginning, tolerance can never be separated from compassion. Compassion is sympathetic pity and concern for the suffering or misfortunes of others. As intelligent humans, we should be able to tolerate and have compassion with our fellow humans. It includes tolerance of thought, social, religious, racial, and sexual tolerance. Sometimes the differences that exist in humans become obstacles for humans to be able to respect each other. When we understand and apply to tolerate in our lives, that compassion will emerge miraculously. So, we should be able to accept all the differences that exist around us. In addition, we should prioritize tolerance and spread compassion. Maybe that's all from me. I'm sorry that there are still mistakes in what I have presented in this video. Stay happy and healthy. Bye!